Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Thanks so much for being here today. We are honored that you joined us as we talk about how to find the best tax software for college students and recent grads. Let's dig into this thing. So over the past several years, college students have experienced unprecedented upheaval. Many have moved several times to keep themselves and their families safe. Huge labor shortages mean that college students have more opportunities to earn money in traditional jobs and self-employed side hustles. Not to mention, many college students launch their investment portfolios with some non-traditional assets like crypto or NFT, with some great results, by the way. So with so many of those moving pieces, college students and recent graduates are likely to find that tax filing is remarkably tricky, to say the least. So today, we are going to explain how college students and recent grads can find the best deals on DIY tax software that's going to meet their needs. Now, first of all, do you even need to file a return? If you're a college student who is still being supported by your parents, you might not need to file a return. But many college students have to file a return even if their parents still claim them as a dependent. College students are required to file one if you've earned an income of more than $12,550. You also have to file if you have unearned income, like interest, dividends, capital gains, etc., of more than $1,100. Not much of a threshold there. Even if you have to file your return, your parents may claim you as a dependent until you're 24 years old. They can claim you if they provide more than half of your support. Coordinate with your parents to determine whether they will claim you or not. Recent grads typically cannot be claimed by their parents, and people who are not full-time students cannot be claimed as dependents in most cases either. Well, first of all, you have to figure out what kind of filer you are. If you have to file a tax return, you're going to need to figure out what kind of filer. This year, there is a ton of marketing hype focused on college students and recent grads, so be careful. Most of the major tax software companies are offering federal filing to people claiming student loan interest deductions or educational credits. Unfortunately, this so-called free filing, air quotes, may not end up being free for students at all. A lot of people have some other complicating factors that are going to influence the software of choice. Here's just a few of the most common factors that students or recent grads might overlook, so be careful of these. Living in multiple states. Multi-state filers often have to pay for 2 or more state returns. Self-employment income. People who received 1099 NEC forms, or those who ran their own businesses, are expected to file a Schedule C. This form often drives up the price of tax filing for students. Crypto trading or other forms of investing. Students who traded cryptocurrency, NFTs, even stocks, you're going to have to claim capital gains or losses. That's going to drive up the cost of your software. Or saving into retirement accounts. Keep an eye on this. If you had a low income and you contributed to, say, a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA, you might be eligible for the American Savers Credit. This makes you someone who wants to maximize credits and deductions. Of course, non-traditional college students may need to claim a child tax credit or a dependent care credit, or some other types of credits or deductions, which disqualifies you from the free filing option. Your tax filing type drives your cost and needs. Different tax situations drive your software needs and also the costs, of course. With a person that has a W-2 job in one state and then no deductions or credits can use TurboTax or H&R Block to file your taxes for free. But filing isn't as simple as it once was. A person may think of their job as charging scooters and delivering food for Grubhub. And that's great. However, these jobs are forms of self-employment, so TurboTax and H&R Block suddenly become very expensive. While Cash App Taxes is still a free option in this case. Students or grads who worked in multiple states can't use Cash App Taxes, though. And TurboTax and H&R Block are very expensive in that situation. However, Free Tax USA could be a reasonable alternative for you. Students who maybe dabbled in crypto trading can use TaxBit, B-I-T, TaxBit, to calculate their taxable liability. However, they might need to use paid tax software to complete their tax return. We have a graph that you can see. It's very easy to look at and check out at thecollegeinvestor.com. Just type in the title of this podcast into the search bar. You're going to find it and see it. We have links and everything all set up for you, so it's nice and easy and laid out perfectly. If you get through the graph and you don't find your right tax situation right there, you can still check out our article called The Best Tax Software for Every Tax Filing Situation. You might be able to find that free tax software that won't suit your needs this year, even though several companies are targeting students with their ads. However, you can find an option that suits your needs. We promise. And we have it all laid out for you again at thecollegeinvestor.com. Links and everything right inside this article. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I hope this was helpful. If it was and you think it can help out a friend, please feel free to share this. It just helps out everybody. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you again real soon.